Heavy cloud cover, but no rain in sight. That's the good news, as we're set to go 400 miles. Budweiser, official beer of NASCAR and proud sponsor of the Bud Pole Award. The fastest qualifier at each NASCAR Winston Cup race honors Elliott Sadler, who has his first career Bud Pole. Since 1979, Anheuser-Busch has awarded more than $8 million as title sponsor of NASCAR's Pole Award program. Dodge pace car set to roll off. And here's the starting lineup. Sadler for Robert Yates there with Ryan Newman, who has 11 front row starts and 49 Winston Cup tries. Jerry Nadeau and Jimmy Spencer. Big things expected from row 2 today. Jeff Gordon, one of Darlington's past masters, and Kurt Busch. They're in row 3. Ward Burton and last year's winner of this race, Sterling Marlin. In row 4, completing the top 10, Michael Waltrip and Todd Bodine.
Let's see if we can get old Sterling to talk to us. Hey, Sterling Marlin, this is DW up in the TV tower. Bud, how you read?
Loud and clear there, DW.
How's the old Silver Bullet looking today?
I believe it's pretty good. We, same car we won with last year, and really ran good in last practice. Really stayed good under a long run, so I think we're in good shape.
Well, it ought to be a lot easier this year. You don't have to come from the back. You're already up to the front, so I'm going to keep an eye on you, bud. I got my money on you today. Stand on that bad boy.
We'll do it.
10-4.
43 cars here, and nobody went home. As you have a look back through the rest of the field. And a lot of talent starting deep. Look at Winston Cup champ Stewart and Mark Martin back in row 14.
A lot of Winston Cup wins at Darlington back there. You look at Dale Jarrett and guys like that. Jeff Burton as well, starting way deep in the field.
But this joint's not about going fast for one lap. It's about going fast for 400 miles and staying off of that old wall. You don't want to be saying hello, wall.
Yesterday's Busch race rained out. They will run tomorrow at 11 a.m. and you'll see that on FX.
Larry and Mike, I wonder if there's any other wall in racing that's been hit as much as this one has.
I doubt it.
You want to hit it just the right amount at the right place. Here we're going to look at the weather. Air temperature is 63 degrees. Now here's kind of a key based on practice yesterday. That track temperature is 75 degrees. In their practice yesterday, 25 degrees cooler. 50 degrees, track's going to be a lot greasier. Cars are going to slide around much more today. But the good thing is, it's not raining.
At least it's dry.
Dick Berggren.
This morning, NASCAR official David Hoots told the drivers' meeting that compromise is the best strategy for Darlington. Take, he said, will not get you to the end. What he really meant is, this is one tough old place. Be careful. To Steve.
Well, Dick, Dale Earnhardt Jr. got off to a slow start this year, but his last 2 finishes, he's finished 2nd and 3rd. His best finish here at Darlington in 6 starts is 4th. He did that a year ago. His crew chief, Tony Uri Jr., told me this morning, Jr. says he's got the best car he's ever had here at Darlington. Matt Yoakum.
Steve, your average team here on pit road has about 12 sets of tires in their pits. That's about $19,000. Now, the average tire window about 60 to 65 laps, but talking to a lot of crew chiefs, they expect you're going to see short pitting. A lot of teams like Tommy Baldwin here in the 7 and James Ince in the 10, they'll short pit, have their car pit early to try to make up more time on the track, which changes everybody else's strategy. Keep an eye on that today. The Genie Zelasco.
Dale Jarrett deferred to Elliott Sadler's notes at Rockingham, and it got him the victory. And today, the 88 car you see on this track is the one that ended up in victory lane. So DJ decided to go with the same plan. After the final practice on Saturday, the 88 team went to their teammates and said, tell us everything you're doing. They followed the setup to a T. Let's see if they have the same results.
1 to go as they come by. We'll be racing at Darlington in 1 lap. And Darrell, every race we've seen so far this year, after the green flag, everybody's fought for the bottom of the racetrack. That probably won't be the case here.
No, here you're just going to see a lot of fighting. They're going to be fighting for any space they can find because there's just not enough room on this joint for 43 cars. That's the hard thing, Mike. You practice kind of out there alone all the time. All of a sudden you start racing with people and somebody's right up alongside and you say, you can't do that.
How would you like to have been in this race when they started 85 or 90 cars back in the 50s?
Well, according to some folks, I was, but I just want to set it straight that I wasn't.
Michael Waltrip went to the back of the field because his car was damaged heavily in practice, had to go to a backup car. Kurt Busch, a backup engine.
Yeah, Michael Waltrip crashed with about 10 minutes to go in practice. Here's our race analysis. 43 cars. No one had to go home. Only 43 cars here. 293 laps, 400 miles. Tires. graphic right there. You heard Matt Yoakum talking about that. The strategy is every time the yellow flag comes out, you come to pit road for 4 tires. There's no 2-tire changes here. This place is like a piece of 80 grit sandpaper. Just eats the tires up.
Field in turn 3, like Atlanta last week, this track was reconfigured. That press box sat in what used to be turn 1, but Highway 151 right behind the track, limited expansion, so they rebuilt the backstretch into the front stretch, and so now the small end of the track is now turns 3 and 4. The big turn is turns 1 and 2.